Morning, spend another day with me in Seoul. Luke and I got dressed and then we decided to head to Sungsu, which is like the Brooklyn of Seoul. I will say this was one of my favorite neighborhoods so far. We started our morning off with a little matcha and then it turned into a full food tour. We found this little bakery that had every single pastry you could wish for. Of course, I had to get my favorite pan suisse and then I tried out a little olive bread. The next spot we stumbled across was this place called Up. We wanted a real sit-down breakfast, so we came here and then finished up and did a little bit of shopping. This crochet store was the most insane place ever. Look at all the hair clips, and these phone charms were so cute. Of course, I had to get a few for my phone. Look at this cute little duck, the worm, and the little 4-leaf clover. After that, we did some vintage shopping, which I was very impressed with. Luca found this YSL jacket, and then I found this snakeskin Ferragamo skirt and this cutie little Burberry skirt. Loved this skirt from Crush, but it was a little too tight. And the last piece I picked up was that Ralph Lauren jacket. Luca and I told ourselves we have to stay curious, so we randomly went to this biker pop-up. It was very interesting. Then we took ourselves to the contact store, and I got purple and green contacts with a heart pupil. I am the worst at putting contacts in. It took me so long to do this, but ultimately they looked pretty cute. Then we headed to House Knower, which is kind of like an immersive shopping experience. Gentle Monster had these displays unlike anything I've seen before. We tried on some of the glasses and then explored some of the tableware. After this, we were absolutely starving, so we headed to the food market. This was the Mangwon market, and it was definitely more traditional. The eels were very interesting. There were so many food options to choose from, but we ended up landing on Korean fried chicken. It was so good, and there were so many different sauces to choose from. Then we saw these massive dumplings, and of course had to get them. I will say these were definitely some of the best dumplings I've had. One thing I've noticed about Seoul is there are photo booths on every corner, so we went and did some of those. At this point, we hadn't been home all day, so we headed back to the hotel. I got home, did my skincare, and literally passed out in minutes.